theory.
Good one, Herman.
I could use that title.
I've seen Herman put together better images.
Holy
like,
fuck!
In the middle
the
of a
Woman
stream.
King posters are shit.
Okay, bring him up. I need to see this.
Oh my god!
Shoot me that link and I'll put it on screen.
Fuck it! Hold up!
Look in the chat.
Hold up.
Also, there's a book cover I was thinking about. There's an author I like in the mainstream called Jim Butcher. He's like a pretty cool dude for the most part, and I like some of his series. But because he works with a publishing house, what's that?
I think we've gotten spoiled with people actually putting heart and soul in their projects with decent art and decent stuff that we see this shit and we're like, what the hell?
Truth be told, if you're just a casual, like a normie walking down the street, you see this, I don't think you're offended. Maybe not interested, but not offended.
But that's just it, though. We've gotten spoiled because of all the Indie Age art.
This movie.
Or Iron Age art, that we can actually see the difference now because of how high quality we've gotten.
This abomination to history.
I have seen Viola Davis. I do not believe that is what she looks like in that outfit. I don't believe it. If they're saying that's supposed to be her.
Yeah, unless she did a lot of work to get ready for that role, I'm not buying that either.
Do you know how old she is, dude? She's like in her fucking 50s, or maybe what? Like mid 50s.
I don't have any trouble buying that someone in their 50s can get into that kind of shape. I've seen it done, but it's a lot of effort. If she did, then despite all her hot takes and weird opinions, I still gotta say, take my hats off to well done. That's effort.
This poster must be like the one before they changed the inspired by true events.
It's like that movie. What was that movie about the black astronauts? What was that movie called? Do you guys remember what I'm talking about?
The Black Astronauts.
No, like there was this movie about these
with Kevin Costner.
No. It was this movie where they were saying these black women were instrumental to the NASA program and getting
Hidden
our
Figures.
Hidden Figures.
Yeah, that movie. Yeah, and it's like based on true events, and then it's like not fucking true. Like the entire movie, almost the entire movie is a fucking lie.
The Woman King was fucking atrocious because it was not only it wasn't true. We're also altering the actual history, completely altering it.
Well, like that, I'm sure Readout is pretty aware. There are a lot, even good movies loosely based on history, usually get a lot of things wrong. Like
but the Woman King was it's harmful. It's sincerely harmful to historical education.
It was calling the Netflix Cleopatra documentary.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with that.
But basically, it was trying to make them out like they were ending slavery and fighting against slavery. They weren't. They were like the biggest. That fucking whole country or whatever, empire, whatever fuck you want to call it, was like the biggest fucking slave traders in Africa.
For a very long time, yeah. I'm aware of that. But like, Readout, how do you feel about a movie like Braveheart? Like the movie it's a very good movie, but like they even get the fucking dates wrong.
I don't like Braveheart. I really do not like Braveheart. I just can't because of it. Now Braveheart again, and this is the problem with the Woman King as well. Maybe people find a great story of people rising up and resisting. That's great. But I, as a historian that knows just a teensy little bit of what happened, and by no means am I an expert on William Wallace, nor am I an expert on the Dahomey people, but I know just a little inkling that, this is completely bad. Do you like how the battle starring bridge doesn't have a goddamn bridge in Braveheart?
Yeah.
Which is a very key part of the battle. It's a very key part why Wallace
it's tactically the most
significant I haven't watched Braveheart in forever, so I don't even remember.
It's the scene where Mel Gibson gives his big speech, and then they're fighting, they're clashing in the open field, and it's the cinematography is fantastic. But one problem, it's called the Battle of Stirling Bridge. because Wallace basically lined up his Scotsman at the end of the bridge and created a choke point where he had the numerical advantage that the enemy had was completely taken away.
Hey, and there's no goddamn bridge.
Read out. You telling me, what was it, William Wallace?
William Wallace.
He didn't scream freedom after his balls got cut off.
He didn't scream freedom when his got cut off. And you know what? They also did not burn a English church down during the middle of the American Revolution. No, the Brits did not burn down fellow citizens in a church in the Patriot. Funny story about that.
I know, but that movie is also very good. I know it's not right, but it is.
This movie sounds.
It is good, but yes, there is no historic accuracy in that one.
Yeah, the guy's like absurd levels of comic book villain.
Read out.
What, Billy?
Fucking season 6, Battle of the Bastards. It's greatly shot and everything, but it is a fucking retarded episode.
Oh, you mean where they just all... I've heard of this. I haven't watched Game of Thrones, but I've heard of this, where they just all crash together in the most tactically horrific manner possible.
Hold on,
there is...
read out.
It's so bad.
What is a castle built for?
Defense?
Yes.
To defend?
Let's all leave
If you have
the castle.
soldiers, if you have food... and the enemy doesn't outside the castle, what do? You just stay the fuck there. They'll eventually starve or get the fuck out.
It's called a siege. In siege warfare, the people on offense do not directly attack the people on defense. Instead, they try to stretch the defensive line as far as possible, cutting off all their supplies, which is why it can take weeks, months, or years. You don't just leave your defensive positions or leave the offensive trenches and then just start having a pillow fight.
Attack.
There's an actual reason in the book why they end up going outside the castle. Not the whole fucking force, just going outside the castle.
What's the reason?
In the book, infighting. Yeah. Literally, it's infighting and realizing, it's fixing to turn into chaos.
So if they stay in there, they're all going to get killed. So it's like, let's make a break for it. Let's try to make a breakout.
Well, Roose Bolton in the book, he goes, okay, I'm going to send out the phrase first, and then I'm going to send out the Manderleys that are beefing right now. Then I'm going to send out my fucking bastard son behind them. 3 forces to go out and get Stannis. It's really just to get people out of the fucking castle. Plus
and also, we're not only going to leave our defensive position, we are going to split up into 3 separate, more digestible groups.
Because we have, I want to wrap.
Hold on, I want to wrap up about the Woman King.
I know.
I need to wrap up about the Woman King. Three very quick things. First, Tim Allen here. I have not watched The Longest Day. I have heard great things about The Longest Day, but I have not at this time. Now, the next...
Oh, sorry.
The next
Longest
order...
Day...
Oh, sorry.
God damn it.
Let the woman talk.
No, this is for a readout. The Longest Day was actually written off of diaries and handwritten accounts of people that were there.
I'll have to give it a chance.
Hey,
I've heard great things.
Mississippi burning to
it is really long, though.
Yeah. All-star cast.
Oh, Mississippi burning to hold her case. But point number 2, this is on the Woman King. So one of the original actresses was supposed to be, hopefully I pronounced the name right, Lupita Nyong'o. Lupita Nyong'o. Oh, she's in a big role she's been in lately.
What was that name again?
Say it, read out. Say it.
She played a character in Black Panther. I have not watched Black Panther. She's played. I know she's been in a variety of roles. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce crap. I'm a Yinzer. I say Yins all the time. Blame it on my. Hey, we won 6 Super Bowls, so I can't speak English. But anyways, the actress who was supposed to originally be in The Woman King, she took the role, read about the Dahomey people, realized the history behind it, suggested to the production, maybe we need to rework the story. Production basically said, no, we're going with the story. So she left the project and proceeded to make her own documentary about what the Dahomey people actually did.
That's pretty badass, not gonna lie.
She I don't know if she was like fully behind the documentary, but I know she hosted it. She had a role, like she actually went to Africa and investigated about the Dahomey people. Actual historical research did come out of The Woman King, just ironically not from the actual movie The Woman King. And my final point, which I was just laughing at while reading the wiki article, the director said that the Woman King was influenced by great movies like Gladiator, Braveheart, and this one pains me the most, The Last of the Mohegans. You do not bring up The Last of the Mohegans. You do not touch that art. Because the other two films I may have grievances about with its historical accuracy, not The Last of the Mohegans.
Oh, The Gladiator. Yeah. Really historically inaccurate. Like down to the
Emperor. Yeah, that's more like a Hollywood blockbuster movie.
Because it's a special night, Tim Allen.
Gladiator.
Like Gladiator is such a fantastic movie.
So why Last of the Mohegans, Readout? I mean, I've seen it. I grew up watching it, but I'm curious because this is your area of study.
Because they did a wonderful little thing that most people don't do. Most time Hollywood won't do. They brought actual living historians in to be all the extras who came with their own kit up, who knew what they were talking about. And although some of the units that you see in the movie are not necessarily accurate to Fort William Henry, they are from the 1750s. They are from the French-Indian War. And considering it's really the only recent French-Indian War movie, I'll take what I can get. That being said, the siege sequence of them bombarding Fort William Henry, yeah, that's spot on. They went so far that when they were firing the mortars, obviously they're firing blanks in the movie, and they realized this is not looking appropriate, they took basketballs, dyed them black, and fired them out of the mortar so you get the proper smoke effect that would have happened during the actual siege. Like, they went the extra mile.